Hi everyone, Vic here, and I'm taking part today in the Pear It Up challenge for the Peatree Cutfiles August crop. I cannot believe that Peatree Cutfiles has been going for a year already. It's absolutely flown by, and I've been honoured to be part of the design team. And the challenge that I'm creating for today is to pair up a cut file with some fabric. So I have chosen to pair it up with some of the Peatree Pieces for this. So I just absolutely loved this older cut file that Marie's designed on one of the previous releases, Just Smile. I think it's absolutely fabulous, and I love these cut files so much just because they make such a bold statement on your page and can be used for your title if you size them up. So that's what I've done for this layout here, and I've chosen to use it along with a photograph of my mum and my daughters, just because when I see them all together, especially after this last year, it just makes me smile, and I thought that was quite apt for the cut file really. So that's a little bit about my thoughts behind using the cut file and linking it up with the photograph. And I'm going to be using the Paige Evans Go the Scenic route for this layout. As you can see on that right hand bottom piece there, I got a huge chunk missing. I didn't have enough of the paper that I wanted, so I'm going to be quite clever and I'm going to cover that up with some embellishments as we go along. So just shows you can utilize pieces and cover them up if you need to. So don't think that you can't do something like that on your page. So what I've done is I've cut that huge piece of pattern paper there into 2-inch wide strips and given it a distressed edge as well with my scissors. I just thought that would add some added texture and detail onto my page rather than it being one big block of blue there. So I'm just working out now what colour I want to back my cut file in, and I really wanted that to stand out on my page, so I've used the contrasting bright pink. And what I'm doing here is I'm just using the negative from the cut file and tracing around each letter with a pencil, and I'm going to fussy cut those out with a little bit of a margin, and then hopefully those letters should fit quite nicely either behind your cut file if that's how you're going to back your cut file. But what I'm doing is I'm sticking those bits of pattern papered letters back onto the negative, and then what I'll do then is raise the smile up on some foam pads. That's one of my favourite ways to use these cut files by Marie when they're big titles like this. I just find by sticking my pattern paper back onto the cardstock negative pieces, it just gives it a little bit more strength and stability on my page. So there we go, just covering up that area where we had a piece missing, and you wouldn't know if you hadn't watched the video. So I've fussy cut out some of the flowers from the papers. Actually, I think I might be wrong, but I think that floral paper may actually be from Bloom Street, but I might be wrong. But they go nicely together anyway. That's what I like about all these designers, that normally one collection can be used with another collection and they all integrate quite nicely. Sorry about that, I just had to turn everything off because I'd taken a sip of coffee and it had gone down the wrong way. So just because that cut file to me is such a statement piece on my layout and really stands out, I'm now just embellishing very, very lightly on my page. I really didn't think it needed much more on it. I've decided to keep the cut file itself plain white, just because I felt that that really stood out from the rest of that background paper. I did think about colouring it at one point, but it just wouldn't have had the same impact on my page, and I loved the look of it against the blue stripes. So what I've done now is I've cut out one of the cards from the cut apart sheet in Pages collection, and I'm going to use that to put my journaling on, because there really isn't much space in my mind to put the journaling onto my page unless I did it in white pen, and I find for me the white pens just don't work very well and end up not showing up. So rather than trying to do my journaling straight onto my layout and then it not be clear enough for me, I've decided that I will use this cut apart card here. And what I've done is that, as you can see there, I've just backed it in some white cardstock, and that will enable me to put my journaling on later. So I'm raising my backed photo up on just some sticky foam that you can just get from a local craft store. For me, that's a lot cheaper than buying all the little foam tabs that you can get, and I find them a lot easier to work with. I don't know about you, but I always find it hard to get those backings off of those tiny little foam squares that you can use. So by raising my photograph up on some foam there, that then will enable the journaling card to slot behind it quite nicely. So I've moved back to my cut file now and decided that I'm going to back those hearts. I did think about vellum, but instead I'm just going with some lighter colours from one of the sheets of paper. And again, I've just drawn around the edge of that cut file, trimmed it ever so slightly in because I drew around the outside edge of it, and then it fits perfectly when you're backing and you don't have to do all that fiddly trimming. So happy with the placement of everything now, so decided that I am going to stick that cut file down. And I like the way it just overlaps my photograph just slightly. And just measuring there with my ruler as well, just to make sure that it is level on the bottom bit. So there we go. Just rather than using those little foam pads, I'm just using my cheap foam, kids foam again, to raise up those letters. And that just helps give your page a little bit more dimension. I love the effect it gives. I've popped a sticker onto my journaling card there from a different page collection, and then that just is easier then for me to pull it in and out of the photograph. And it's just a case now of the finishing touches for my page. So like I said, this is a Pear It Up challenge, and the challenge is to use fabric on your page. So I've gone with the Peatree Pieces, the felt hearts, and as you can see, I'm just getting them out now, and I'm going to tuck them into those 3 embellishment clusters that I've made around the page. And you can see it gives you sort of a bit of a visual triangle on your layout, which always works quite nicely and guides your eye into your photograph on your page too. So I always try and achieve something like that in my designs on my pages. So these Peatree pieces are absolutely gorgeous, really, really beautiful. These are the felt hearts, and they are from the Don't Be Blue and the Oceans Away collection. Absolutely love the colours of them, and I love the fact as well that Marie's popped some in that are glitter backed too. Just absolutely beautiful, and just give a little bit of sparkle and glitz and glamour to your pages. So I've gone with the blue hearts because I just felt they fitted really perfectly with the colours in the collections of paper that I'd used. And as you can see, just tucking them in. And to stick them down, I'm just used some of my Cosmic Shimmer glue. You could use glossy accents as well, but they're brilliant quality and they stick really, really nicely on your pages, and really versatile as well. So I really need to buy some more of them because I haven't got many left. I thought I had some pink ones left, but they've gone. So I do need to restock because they're just perfect for those finishing touches. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoy all the challenges that Maria's popped on over the weekend for you for the Pear It Up challenges and to celebrate Pear Tree cut files being 1 year old. Please do play along and tag us in all of your wonderful layouts, and I will see you again soon. Thanks then. Bye.